fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, then I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, when I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's the...
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brought down at the 20.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
1st down, New England.
First carry for Leonard Fournette. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and move to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
The pass.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offensive coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now they try the right side here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At their 48-yard line.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The 48-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
The kicker on.
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, they'll throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They're going to look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of legs.
Up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyler Lockett, 57 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
33.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over.
Their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down.
Jake Bailey.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
At their own
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Had the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. He'll run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now they try the right side here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 2nd and 15. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Forced out to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now a handoff looking right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 13.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on second and 8. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, now I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Number 20.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guy.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it, Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? There. Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Not much there, only a yard.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. They're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to you.
Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But